very good morning to you, and this is the CBC Morning. I'm Ryan Broom, and this is the CBC Morning Report for Thursday, November the 3rd. In our top story, the United States Federal Reserve raised interest rates by 3/4 of a percentage point again yesterday and said its battle against inflation will require borrowing costs to rise further. Yet it also signaled it may be nearing an inflection point in what has become the swiftest tightening of U.S. monetary policy in 40 years. The double-sided message left open the possibility the U.S. Central Bank may raise rates in smaller increments in the future, ending its sequence of 3/4 of a percentage point hikes as soon as December in favor of more tempered increases. The Morning Report will have a live analysis on how this move will likely affect Barbados, as the International Monetary Fund is warning higher U.S. interest rates will mean increased debt payments for poor countries. But first, let's take in that report on the latest development.
It's the fourth time in a row and the sixth time this year that it's upped the rate after keeping it at or below 1% for almost 2 years. The push marks the latest effort to contain spiking costs and comes days before the U.S. midterm elections. The White House says the Federal Reserve's move will help bring down inflation.
My colleagues and I are strongly committed to bringing inflation back down to our 2% goal. We have both the tools that we need and the resolve it will take to restore price stability on behalf of American families and businesses. Price stability is the responsibility of the Federal Reserve and serves as the bedrock of our economy. Without price stability, the economy does not work for anyone. In particular, without price stability, we will not achieve a sustained period of strong labor market conditions that benefit all.
Well, Shahab Ratansi joins us live from Washington now, and it's a dilemma that other central banks are also having to grapple with right now, Shahab, this debate between whether hiking rates could throw the economy into recession or whether actually central banks need to do more to fight inflation.
Right, and when it comes to the Federal Reserve, their movements can affect all sorts of emerging markets and others with balance of payments issues and can create a global recession. So this is why it's so important. It's interesting when Jerome Powell, when the written statement came out about an hour ago, just over an hour ago, because it suggested that maybe the interest rate hike could be being moderated and potentially even coming to an end in the coming months. You saw the financial markets all sort of rejoice and then so they went up. But then when Jerome Powell started speaking, the Federal Reserve chair, just under an hour ago, they all dropped again because it's like, well, what are you exactly saying? What is the decision? And people rather like some sort of certainty. So Jerome Powell was just saying, look, the main questions for the Fed are, how fast, how high, how long should interest rates be high as the Fed attempts to get inflation down to 2%. But then he also said no decision's been made for whether interest rates will continue going up, whether they'll be moderated in December. Certainly the markets were suggesting that they were expecting a 0.5% or slightly more perhaps in December, and then down to 0.25% maybe in January. But he's just completely not giving any idea of what the thought is. He says these decisions have yet to be made, but he did keep on saying we may have a long way to go in raising interest rates. So that's spooking a lot of people because there is that sense that the Fed has been moving far too quickly. We had a bunch of senators just a few days ago send a letter to Jerome Powell calling his moves alarming and saying they're just not taking into account the long-term effects on the economy and the enormous misery that these interest rate hikes could be having in the coming months, which we don't even know about yet, even as he carries on aggressively raising interest rates.
Well, joining us live now to talk about this interest rate hike and what it means for Barbados and the average Barbadian is noted economist Jeremy Stephen. Good morning, Jeremy.
Hey, good morning, Ryan. How are you doing? Good morning, Barbados.
Good morning to you. This thing is kind of a conundrum for me in some ways. They're saying they're raising interest rates to bring down inflation. I think when I think of that, it sounds like you're making things more expensive to make them cheaper again. I don't know if that's my layman way of looking at it. What you think? If you can explain that to us, both at the macro level and then in micro.
So what I'm about to explain does not necessarily pertain for a small open economy, right? That's the first thing. But the thinking behind the Federal Reserve's move is to just make it more expensive to borrow, therefore more expensive for people to borrow. Let's say for consumption reasons. So borrow using the credit cards, borrow short term, like how some agents, for example, would borrow to travel, make it more expensive to basically borrow to invest in certain assets. So real estate prices, they're expecting to stabilize as a result because less people would have access to cheaper mortgages to invest in the stock market. So therefore, prices in the stock market should somewhat stabilize. And the thinking is that then consumers would have less of an ability to borrow to consume conspicuously, which should, in theory, bring down prices as producers and retailers hope to attract those persons back into the fold, and they know they can't attract them at the higher prices that they had before because it was cheaper for those consumers to borrow. So that's the overall thinking behind raising interest rates. However, in my view, because I'm going a little outside of what your question is asking, I don't think that the Fed's move, although it should have come before COVID, and COVID, one would assume, kind of postponed this move, and this is why they're so aggressive. But you've got another issue that monetary policy can't fix, and that's just a destabilized job market in the U.S., which to me is driving most of the inflation, and the Fed isn't fixing that, or can't, with its policy tools, actually fix that. And as long as the job markets in the U.S. are destabilized to the point that COVID left it, or just slightly before the worst of COVID in the United States, they're not going to get that 2% inflation target, and no matter how high interest rates go. In fact, the markets will go more in the direction of what you were talking about. And I mean the market for conspicuous spending and whatnot. You will find retailers keeping prices up simply because the cost of borrowing, which they use to buy, they borrow to buy the inventories, to purchase their inventories, is going up. Therefore, it's more expensive for them to purchase goods and items, and they will pass on or try to pass that on to the consumer. So it's almost as if the interest rates are going to act, in my view, as a tax. But the thinking coming out of the Fed is, no, the retailers are going to do what is best for the consumer, given that the consumer cannot afford to buy as they once did at low interest rates. That's
Okay.
it.
And in terms of the wider part of it now, in terms of Barbados and its borrowing, would it be a case of what we borrowed already we would pay more on, or is it new borrowing that the interest rates would factor into?
Depends on the terms. I mean, you got fixed debt, fixed interest rate debt, you got variable debt. And at the level of the sovereign state, depending on what views the government went about borrowing US dollars in, you call those your currency loans or your currency bonds. Some of those terms might be very well fixed interest rate terms, which is held for the term of the loan, so maybe a 7-year or 5-year. And those loans that might have been borrowed internationally, such as that with the IMF, might be fixed for some time, and then there's variable types that fluctuate with what the global markets are seeing. And the global markets, more recently than not, follow more so the U.S., the movements in interest rates in the U.S. than any other state. This has been for the last 5 to 6 years that trend has been established. And for a number of reasons I won't explain on camera, there's nothing nefarious, just to make that clear. But it just so happens that you would expect that borrowing costs for any new debt or any old debt, once they have variable terms attached to them, are going to be more expensive. And it could very well mean, a little more constrained fiscal space on the part of our government. And it may mean having to probably dig into the IMF a bit more for some fixed loans. It may mean probably contacting China for some more sovereign loans, soft loans or something. It may mean trying to find more concessional loans, although given Barbados' state, that might not be the case. It also means in terms of developmental projects and private sector-led development and business projects, those may become more expensive as well too, as the private sector can, if it wishes to borrow from overseas and bring in much valuable foreign exchange. On the flip side, it also makes it way more likely that our tourism season is going to be very challenged, because with the increase in interest rates, you're essentially saying to the international world, the US dollar now is going to pay you more if you invest in it. So if you change your money to US dollars relative, like all other things being equal, relative to every other currency in the world, you're going to get more on it if you bank in the US. So it's going to increase demand for US dollars, which is going to make the US dollar more expensive or grow in value versus other currencies. And as you well know, the pound and the euro has been falling in value based on a lot of the macroeconomic and political instability in Europe right now, stemming from the ghost of Brexit in one case, and then also the proximity to the Ukraine war, right? The war in Ukraine, I'm sorry. So you're going to have a case where now you could see a reversal of the euro, because the euro and dollar are like 1-for-1. You could see a case where the dollar gains more value and is like trending towards 75 US cents for every euro, which is good for me if I keep going back to Martinique flying. But then on the flip side, the pound, because you would expect British tourists to what stabilize our economy, you might see a trending towards the 1-to-1 as there's that uncertainty as to whether the Fed will continue to raise interest rates. The Federal Reserve, Barbados, will continue to raise interest rates in the short term in an aggressive manner. So it does challenge our ability to make foreign exchange this upcoming season. Even if people commit to coming, they're going to tell themselves, shucks, it's going to be even more expensive to spend money in Barbados. So that could challenge our tourism spend, especially going into the latter part of the season from January to February, March, thereabouts.
Okay, so in other words, in addition to that, coming up to Christmas, ease up on that, on those credit cards. Potentially, it may be a little more expensive.
Somewhat. I mean, the rates won't translate that quickly to our banking sector here, because luckily the banking sector here is liquid. But I mean, at the end of the day, the credit cards are the money that you spend on the credit cards are, that's a thing that Visa, MasterCard, they are in control of those funds. And when you pay your credit card off, hopefully you do, that money is changed to US dollars or kept in Barbados dollars to some extent, depending on the bank, I guess, and then paid to an overseas entity in the name of Visa. So luckily, Amazon and the likes of other e-commerce platforms, based on the government's ingenuity, let me use those terms, a few years back, being able to grab or looking to grab or get those guys to pay taxes on our behalf and us pay them those taxes. It means that those guys accept Bajan dollars and probably hold a stock of Barbados dollars. So for me, at the point being, it is not that much of a worry. But I would say when it comes to buying food, it's going to make food even more expensive. In my view, because again, as I said, I don't think the raising interest rates, given the instability of the job market in the US and therefore general instability of the private sector, you're increasing their borrowing costs, and they've been pretty much borrowing money coming out of COVID, and they're borrowing for raw materials. Therefore, they're going to pass on that increased cost. So I suspect inflation in the Caribbean would actually spike a little bit more due to this decision, not just through borrowing costs, but also the cost of imports I expect to rise as well.
Wow, some challenging things and time is still ahead, apparently. Well, thank you so much for your time, Jeremy. Mr. Jeremy Stephen, noted economist. Yes, sir. Owe you twice. Thank you so much, sir.
It's a pleasure, man, always.
Safe flights as you head out today, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Bye-bye.
Right. Noted economist, Mr. Jeremy Stephen there. Well, coming up on the Morning Report, a change in position on the Barbados National Day.
Is on every Thursday in a community near you.
The community is well and alive.
Come on down and have a line with all of me. The more mature folk come to dance, to sing.
Keep the bones smooth.
Q in the community is your place to meet friends, to socialize, and just to be you.
Yes, come on down and take in the karaoke.
Whether you're coming from north, south, east, or west, we have a bus for you.
Q in the community.
Stay tuned to Q100.7 FM to find out where we will be next, and follow us on Facebook. enjoy movies, soaps, drama, comedy, inspiration, education, music, and more. You get it all when you get MCTV, because MCTV gives you more.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC News Night at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
Because you love English Premier League, MCTV has got it back. Now you can watch all the games of the English Premier League plus UEFA and NFL on MCTV. Current customers can upgrade to Max Pack Extra at just $23. Call MCTV today at 228-6288 to upgrade or come in and sign up for our new service.
To designate November 30th as Barbados National Day, first announced by government on Tuesday, is no longer going ahead as planned, so it will continue to be called Independence Day. Minister of Home Affairs, Information and Public Affairs Wilfred Abrams, who is also chairman of the Cabinet Subcommittee on National Events in November, released a statement last night saying it is clear that now is not the time. In that statement, the minister says the response from Barbadians from all walks of life has been swift and vocal, with an overwhelming majority of people not in favor of the change or its timing. The minister says the Barbados Labour Party government is one that is committed to promoting a sense of patriotism and national pride during the month of November. He said at some point, government must come up with a meaningful way to honor the two major significant achievements in the island's history, but it is also clear that it now is not the time. He says as chairman of the Cabinet Subcommittee on National Events in November, he will therefore be taking the matter to Cabinet once again today to recommend that the planned name change be paused to allow for inclusive public discourse and consultations with the widest possible cross-section of the public. The Cabinet's decision will be made public immediately following that meeting. Russia will rejoin a UN-backed agreement to allow the export of grain from Ukraine via a safe Black Sea corridor. Russia's defense ministry confirmed that Moscow would again participate, saying it had received sufficient guarantees from Kyiv that it would not use the maritime corridor for military operations against Russia.
Despite Russia's suspension of its part in the deal on Saturday, the Black Sea grain corridor has remained open for business. Recently departed ships full of Ukrainian produce waiting for inspection off Istanbul. The United Nations and Turkey working hard to restore Russia's participation. And confirmation of success came in a message handed to the Turkish president mid-speech.
Russian Defense Minister Mr. Shoigu called our National Defense Minister Hulusi Akar and expressed that the grain transports will continue as agreed before as of 12 p.m. today.
Russia stopped its cooperation after this attack on its Black Sea fleet in Crimea on Saturday. It alleged it had been launched by Ukraine, at least partially from within the grain corridor. Ukraine denies using the corridor for military purposes and has neither confirmed nor denied it was behind the attack.
We demanded assurances and guarantees from the Ukrainian side that nothing like this would happen again, that the humanitarian corridors would not be used militarily. Our Turkish partners mediated. Our defense ministry has received information from the Turkish side that Ukraine has given such assurances.
Vladimir Putin went on to say that Russia reserved the right to withdraw from the deal again in the future if Ukraine went back on such assurances, but that it would not impede Ukrainian grain from reaching Turkey. Here in Kyiv, a senior advisor to the Ukrainian president said Russia's escalatory threats and blackmail had failed because the deal had been shown to work even without Russian involvement.
Turkish side was total.
One Ukrainian security analyst says an important element was Turkey's leverage over Russia.
What's happening now? Because Turkey immediately announced that their ships would continue. For the Russian Federation to target Turkish ships would be the last probably decision, the least beneficial. So that is definitely influenced their readiness.
But few expect plain sailing. Russia had been accused of deliberately slowing the inspection process at Istanbul, something now possible once again. The deal is due to expire or automatically renew if none of the parties objects on the 19th of November.
Well, meanwhile, Russia reportedly fired about 100 missiles this week. Although Ukraine said it shot most of those missiles down, some had hit power stations, knocking out electricity and water supplies.
This used to be the home of Sergei's uncle. He was killed when Russian forces fired a rocket that landed on his house.
The rocket was very big. The explosion destroyed the structure and the kitchen. My uncle was in the kitchen. He was wounded in the head. We pulled him out and took him to the hospital, but it was too late.
Russian forces had taken control of this village and stationed themselves at the local school. From here, they fired across the open fields until they were forced out by the Ukrainians. But the damage remains. The situation across southern Ukraine remains tense. In the city of Nikopol, shops remain closed. Some try to do business out on the streets, but they live under a constant, deadly and imminent threat. People here are trying to continue life as normal. But Nikopol isn't normal. We had to have special accreditation just to get access to the city. We're not allowed to film freely, and we're given a minder. This is a country at war, and this city stands right opposite Russian forces stationed at Europe's largest nuclear power plant. Authorities here say the Russians fire from the nuclear plant, but Ukrainian forces can't fire back because of the risk. We're told we cannot film the river or even go anywhere near it. Authorities here are afraid it may give away Ukrainian positions.
The most difficult thing is living during the constant shelling of civilian buildings, knowing the fact that the lives of citizens are at risk. Also the fact it can happen at any time.
Well, it's time now to preview what's coming up on Morning Barbados, and we say good morning to Pearson Boyd.
I say good morning, Ryan Broom. Thank you so much for joining us. And when you come over at 6:30 this morning, folks, for Morning Barbados, we'll be introducing you to a new service. We pack it for you. Have you heard about it? It is guaranteed to take some of the hassle out of your guilty pleasures. So look forward to hearing more about that. The Kiwanis Club are starting again their common entrance preparation program. We'll give you the details in just a little while. And it's Thursday, so some exceptional young people will join us. 4 of who are finalists in this Saturday's finals of the Peace Pandemic competition for the Division of Youth. So look forward to that and a whole lot more when you join me at 6:30 for today's edition of Morning Barbados. Ryan, it's back to you.
Thanks so much, Pearson. Looking forward to see you again at the bottom of the hour. We'll have more news on the CBC Morning Report after this break.
When disaster threatens, it is comforting to know there's a team working to deliver credible, comprehensive, and up-to-date information. A team that is committed to serving you. A team that will be there before, during, and after the disaster. That is Team CBC, here for you this hurricane season.
Join us this Friday as Morning Barbados comes live from the North Stars Cricket Ground in the beautiful parish of St. Lucie. Tune in to TV8 from 6:30 in the morning to be a part of the fun as we continue to take Morning Barbados on the road, coming to a parish near you. Brought to you with the compliments of Great Healthworks, agents for Omega XL and Probiotics.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Morning Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morningbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Morning Barbados say it.
Welcome back. Well, the local business sector is upbeat about the economic activity expected for the Christmas season. President of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Anthony Brankers, says the outlook is bright as the unemployment rate continues to decline.
the rate of unemployment has decreased, and therefore it means that more persons are working. And therefore, where we have more persons working and we have more tourists coming to the island, these are the factors that will drive spending in the economy and that will drive growth. So you will see that that the government is trying its best to get airlift into Barbados to bring people to the island. They're trying their best to make sure that persons remain employed. Those are critical, factors to ensure that you get growth, because if persons are not employed, they can't spend. And therefore, so far we have seen that unemployment was reduced, and therefore we anticipate that with more persons working and more tourists coming to the island, that spending will be increased, and therefore economic activity will be increased.
And the BCCI president also reveals the business community is in preparation mode to meet consumer demand during the Yuletide season. While some are concerned about possible price increases, Mr. Branker says local businesses are trying to hold strain in the face of fluctuating shipping and freighting costs.
The truth is that we have seen, surprisingly, the freight out of China and Asia come down considerably. Checking on freight only last week, we have seen some significant decrease in freight out of that area. However, the freight out of the UK, they have continued to be quite high, as well as out of the Western USA. Anything apart from South Florida, we have seen the cost of moving the containers to South Florida being quite excessive. So we are not yet at a place where we are pre-COVID in terms of our freight costs. But as I said, though, there are encouraging signs coming out of Asia.
The state-owned enterprises are expected to undergo significant restructuring under government's new BERT program. That's according to leader of government business in the Senate, Senator Lisa Cummins. She says while the reform of SOEs was curtailed by the COVID-19 pandemic, it's now firmly back on the agenda.
You have the Urban Development Commission, the Rural Development Commission, National Housing Corporation, the Agricultural Management Trust, Agricultural Management Fund. All of these are entities that are in the need of state-owned enterprise reform. And this administration, Mr. President, has identified a dedicated team already functioning within government who have been given responsibility for the reform of each one of these entities. And so we know who these are team members already constituting the government's economic and financial team. And they are responsible, and we have divided up the state-owned enterprises among the team in order to ensure that we are able to go in and to do reform.
Now, Ms. Cummins was speaking as she moved the resolution for the House to take note of and approve the Barbados Economic Recovery and Transformation Plan 2022. BERT 2022 pertains to the new program with the International Monetary Fund, following the conclusion of the 2018 Extended Fund Facility in September. Senator Cummins says, like the previous program, government will not be monitoring itself. She announced plans for the creation of a new Public-Private Sector Growth Council.
Prime Minister will speak on that, how it will be constituted, but it is meant to map growth over the medium term to ensure that it is private sector driven and export led, and it will focus on the following planks, Mr. President: incentivizing the private sector and public investment in climate resilient infrastructure and green transitionary tools, incentivizing the private sector and public investment in low and middle income housing, investing in skills development and training, including utilization of online tools like the NTI, which I mentioned earlier.
A look at sports now. In this morning's ICC T20 World Cup match, South Africa required 149 runs from 94 balls as they chased 186 for victory after Pakistan put 185 for 9. And in regional cricket, Guyana Harpy Eagles defeated Trinidad and Tobago Red Force by 3 runs in their Zone A match of the Super 50 Cup at the Brian Lara Stadium last evening. Harpy Eagles put 269 for 9 off 50 on the board. Romario Shepherd was 74 not out, with Sherfane Rutherford 49 and Anthony Bramble 42 the main contributors. Shannon Gabriel took 4 for 42 and Sunil Narayan 3 for 17. Red Force then fell short on 266 for 9 off 50 overs. Darren Bravo had a knock of 71, Jorn Otley 49, and Sunil Narain 30 not out. Romario Shepard took 3 for 44. Now to a look at the weather. Outside it's 28 degrees, but it feels more like 33 degrees. Humidity 77%. Barometric pressure 1013 millibars. Winds east at 26 kilometers per hour. First low tide 6:03 a.m. The second low tide 6:33 p.m. High tide at 12:38 p.m. The seas moderate in open water with swells ranging from 1.5 to 2 meters and increasing. Today in Barbados, sunny with cloudy periods with a few brief scattered light to moderate showers. And tonight, clear with cloudy periods with a few brief scattered light to moderate showers. We now look at some international temperatures. Time now to find out what's happening, to head over to Morning Barbados with Pearson Bowen.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Morning, Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
With the singer, I join in saying good morning to you, everyone. Welcome to today. Today is Thursday, the 3rd of November, 2022. I'm Pearson Bowen, welcoming all of you watching us on our YouTube and Facebook streams. Always grateful for your company. Now, today being Thursday, we'll also be introducing you to one of the Hay ambassadors hailing from Jamaica. We can't wait to talk to them a little bit more about their involvement in the Hay ambassadorship program and hear about their life until now. A very young person indeed, 22 years old. We'll meet the leader of the Femlet's cohort. She will join us a little bit as we talk more about her and her passion for what she believes. Today, No Barbados and Win, another chance for you. Plus, we get some Bajan sayings that I'd like to hear your interpretation of. Can't wait to have those moments with you. Peace on the mic. Remember, the finals are on Saturday at 4 o'clock live here on TV. We'll meet 4 more of those finalists. Yesterday we met 2. Today we meet 4 more of the finalists. The Kiwanis are continuing their common entrance preparation program. They have been stopped owing to COVID, but they're back. And we'll hear more about what one can expect in 2022. But let's get started this morning as we share with you a new service known as We Pack It For You. What is that about? Joining us to tell us more about it is the man behind We Pack It For You, a Barbadian who's living in the United States. We'll get to him in just a moment, they now tell me. But let's get started with the Kiwanis and what they're doing in preparation for Common Interest. I know a number of you are saying, who? What? Common Interest still going on? Yes. And so we need to prepare our children for it. And my friend, Mr. Adrian Boyce, joins us now. He's with the Kiwanis, and he tells us more about it. Adrian, good morning.
Good morning, Pearson.
You dress up early in the morning, my friend. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
All right, so let's talk about this because I know over 20 years now you've been doing this work in the north of the island, and over the years you've seen much success from it. Let's talk a little bit about that first of all before we talk about what we're offering for 2022. What was the rationale behind having it then over 20 years now?
Well, the rationale was in the beginning to support children whose parents were unable to give them paid lessons. And so that we came up with the idea, distinguished President Anthony Sobers, in association with Jeff Brooms, decided that we would offer free lessons to children in our catchment area.
And you've seen the success from that?
Oh yes, we have. Parents have been calling and been supporting the program over the past 22 years.
Mm. And primarily your focus has been on English and mathematics. Is that all that you've been doing in the preparation program?
Yes, we have been concentrating really on the math and the English and also composition.
Mm-hmm.
But we are here to the school, what is happening in the schools.
Right. So this year, however, you're back. And we know what COVID has done to everybody, but we're back this time around. But there's a slight twist. What's the difference this year?
Well, we're not only back this year, but last year also. But because of COVID, we were forced to go online. And so we have been doing this online from last year. Where we do the program continues, but this time we do everything online via Zoom and the teacher-made platforms.
Wonderful. So anyone from anywhere can now avail themselves of this common entrance preparation program that you guys are running. When does it start?
Well, our program starts on Saturday, the 5th of November. That is Saturday coming. And yes, anyone can sign up. They just have to make sure they have an email address for the child. We do not use the school's email address. We don't interfere with that. And once they have that email address, then they can sign up by calling me at...
Right.
Okay, yes, by calling me at 438-2359. Or 241-6635.
Slow down those numbers. I'm not a mathematician like you. 438-2359. Or
241-6635.
All right. Or 241-6635. Again, folks, mothers, fathers, parents, guardians, get the little ones ready. See the phone ringing? 438-2359 or 241-6635. Starting this Saturday online, you have the opportunity to get your child ready for your next year's common interest examinations through the English and mathematics and composition. Now, it's as simple as a phone call to you. And what would you require from those who do call?
Well, we will require the full name of the child, their address, and also need a WhatsApp number. Of course, that will be the parents' WhatsApp number, so we can communicate with them when we need to.
Right. And all done online, folks, with an email address is absolutely critical. Now, you're starting on Saturday coming. How long is a session, a teaching session, and how frequently thereafter would one be expected to assemble?
Well, we usually work in tandem with the schools so that when the schools go on holiday, we usually go on holiday also, or break. But it is every Saturday until the Saturday prior to the exam, which is usually held on a Tuesday.
Right.
Last year,
go ahead.
Last year we went as far as in July, but depending on how it goes, we will do it the Saturday prior to the exam of itself.
And every Saturday morning from what time to what time?
Oh, yes, we start at 10 and end at 12. So it's from 10 to 12.
Oh, easy.
2 hours. That's
2 hours. So sit the child down before the computer and engage in the lessons in mathematics, English, and composition from 10 to 12 every Saturday. It's free, folks. It is absolutely free. Just a couple hours to get your child ready for the common entrance examination coming up next year. And these sessions will run until the final Saturday before the date of the examination. So when the schools go on holiday, they get a holiday too. And then when the school term starts, we get back cracking to work. So look out for this. It's with the Kiwanis Clubs of Barbados, and it's all online. But to register, you need to call today, starting today, to 438-2359, 438-2359, or 241-6635. Those are the numbers to call, and they're right there on your screen at the moment, so take a look. Take a time to write it all down. Kiwani's Common Interest Support Program called 438-2359 or 241-6635. And how many people are working with you in the program this year?
Oh, we have 4 Kawanians with us. We have K. Esther and DP Yvette. They do the administrative side of the work. And then I have DP Wendy Alling. She does the tutoring in English, and I do the tutoring in maths.
See? There you go. So folks, it's available and it's on. It's definitely on starting this Saturday. The numbers is critical now for you to start calling and be a part of it. I suppose you can handle as many as you can because it's online and there's little limitation there where that occurs. So as many people as possible can now avail themselves of the services of these excellent teachers, himself being one, Adrian, a great teacher of mathematics in particular. He can't wait to turn out those excellent results indeed. Adrian, thank you so much for joining us. Wish you all the best with this year's endeavor and future years' endeavors as well. And see you on Tuesday, sir.
Yes, on Tuesday. And thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Adrian Boyce with the Kiwanis Club talking to us a little bit there about the Kiwanis Club's Common Entrance Education Support Program. All online starting this Saturday. Taking a break. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up.
Morning Barbados will be coming to your parish live every Friday until November. Stay tuned from 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. to see which parish we're in. Join us.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
"17 minutes now to go to 7 o'clock. Early o'clock. No Barbados and win. A chance for you to give me a call on 228-5562 or 228-5563. I will post for you on your screen a picture of a location. I'd like you to identify that location. And if you're absolutely right, we will take your information from you and put it into the box for the weekly draw on Monday. And perhaps you can be one of the grand winners of Indeed. We thank our partners, Purity Bakeries, the Barbados Beach Club, Sea Breeze House, Aqua Spa, Oro Restaurant, Ross Trevor Hotel, and Golden Sand Hotels as well. So, look at your screens now, ladies and gentlemen. This is so easy. If you get this wrong, listen. Tell me where this is. Where is this? No Barbados and win. Tell me where this is. 228-5562. or 228-5563. Let's see if you get your name into the box for this week's draw. Good morning to you. Hello.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you today?
I'm a little tired, but I'm okay. How are you?
I am well, thank you for asking. What are you tired about? What happened?
We got a late start. Anyways.
No. Your fatigue has nothing to do with a late start. Your fatigue has to do with a late night. Am I right?
No.
Really?
No.
So why are you so tired?
I don't know.
You didn't sleep the requisite number of hours?
No, I didn't really.
So why is that?
An hour or two short, but it's okay.
So, but an hour or two is nothing for a lady who sleeps 8 hours a day, right? What's your first name and what parish are you watching from?
I am from St. Michael.
Uh-huh. And your first name is?
Tamika.
Tamika. Oh, Tamika, is you. All right, Tamika, you better get this right. You better get this right.
I was trying to change my voice, you know.
It doesn't work so. So at times I try to change mine and still they identify me immediately. So, Tamika, don't let me do it to you as I did to you before. Where is this?
I'm saying stalagmite for stalactite, so I'm guessing it's Harrison's Cave.
So you're saying what? Which ones are the ones that come down?
I think those
I
I think stalagmites that come down.
Well, in other words, you're not sure.
I'm not sure, yeah.
But what? Go ahead.
Are the stalagmites the ones that come down from the top?
Go ahead.
I'm asking you.
You asking me? I look to you like a geologist. Listen, when you get a chance, research it and you call me back and let me know the answers. Which is the stalactite and the stalagmite? I can't remember either, but you expect me to know. But anyhow, one thing you are sure of is that you believe this location is where again?
Harrison's Cave.
You sticking with that?
Yeah.
Okay, if you insist. Have you ever been to any other cave and seen any of these formations? The answer is no.
I can't remember saying no.
See? Simply no. All right, Tamika, you've been a good sport. You're absolutely right. It is indeed from the Harrison's Cave. You stay on the phone. We'll take... Go ahead. You said what?
I said I'm fussy today because you tricked me yesterday.
I didn't trick you. You tricked yourself. You decided you were going to shift your thought, but that was your fault, not mine.
Because you know I was thinking, because River Bay is just over the other side, so I'm thinking, that's out by River Bay. I know I saw that, but out River Bay. I can't remember that it was actually Animal Sword Cave. Okay.
Right.
You got me, Pearson. Right. You got me.
But you got in this time around. You got in this time around. Well done. Stay on the phone. Don't put down. We have to take some more information from you. Tamika, they're calling from St. Michael. She's absolutely right. And then again, as I said, it was easy. That is Harrison's Cave right here in Barbados, one of our wonders of the world. So many people come here to enjoy that wonder. I hope you get the chance eventually to be able to go there yourself and see and explore what's happening at Harrison's Cave. We're going to take a break. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up.
Morning Barbados will be coming to your parish live every Friday until November. Stay tuned from 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. to see which parish we're in. Join us for it all.
Good morning, morning Barbados. Good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Morning to you.
Come on, you family, make some noise. Are you ready?
Q in the Community is on every Thursday in a community near you.
Q in the Community is well and alive.
Come on down and, have a line with all of me. The more mature folk come to dance, to sing.
Keep the bones smooth.
Q in the Community is your place to meet friends, to socialize, and just to be you.
Yes, come on down and take in the karaoke.
Whether you're coming from north, south, east, or west, we have a bus for you.
Q in the Community.
Stay tuned to Q100.7. Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
It's 11 minutes now to go to 7 o'clock. In case you did not know, tomorrow morning, Friday, we are going to be live from North Stars Cricket Ground. That's where we will be on Morning Barbados because we're going to the parish of St. Lucie. So we encourage as many of you as possible to wake up bright and early tomorrow morning. Don't miss a beat. We are live tomorrow morning in the parish of St. Lucie to get to know more about all things beautiful from the parish of St. Lucie. So wake up early, okay? And join us as we come to you live from North Stars Cricket Club ground tomorrow morning in St. Lucie, bright and early. And just to remind you also, they're telling me now, Q in the Community today is Thursday, so today is what we call Q Day. Q in the Community today, don't forget to get out and be there If they could tell me quickly, I can't remember the location for today. But you know, wherever it is, you head out today and enjoy, be amongst yourselves and enjoy Q in the community today as we continue to reach out and be a part. All right. Oh, yes, we're going to St. Lucie today as well. That's right. We're going to Bentham's St. Lucie Charade's Bar. That's where we're going to be. So St. Lucie today and tomorrow. Today at Q in the community at Charade's Bar in Bentham's, St. Lucie. And tomorrow morning, Morning Barbados is live from North Stars Cricket Ground at early o'clock tomorrow morning. So, hey, 2 bites of the cherry. Today, Charade's Bar and Grill, Bentham, St. Lucie. We are starting from 11, live on radio from 2. And we encourage as many of you as possible to come on down. Park and ride there at St. Lucie Parish Church. And park and ride will be from 2 this afternoon. But park at the church and you can head on. Bentham's is just a oomph from the church. So if you know where St. Lucie Parish Church is, you just walk to Bentham's from there. A St. Lucie man is telling you this. It's not a long walk. You will find it and you'll have a good old time. All right. I told you as I teased you a little bit more about this new service called We Pack It For You, taking that hassle out of your guilty pleasure. That guilty pleasure is shopping, isn't it? Well, this new service is run by a man, a Barbadian who resides in the United States, but what is it about? His name is Roderick Jordan. Good morning to you, Roderick. I am not hearing Roderick. Let's see if we get Roderick. Roderick, good morning.
Good morning, Payson. Good morning, Barbados.
There you are. So, Roderick, tell me about We Pack It For You.
Well, Pearson, if you are a West Indian and you're a Barbadian, throughout the years, this time of the year especially, you've always received from your relative living abroad a barrel of foodstuff and household good items. We Pack For You is taking the task to make it easy for you. We're the first online barrel packing solution where you can virtually go online to our website and select items of your choice. Traditionally, there are some online websites that give you choices of this is a barrel that contains these amount of items, barrel A, barrel B, barrel C. With We Pack For You, you get to select the items you want in your barrel. You get to know what is the cost, and you can do it virtually online from your cell phone, mobile device, or your home computer, all in the comfort on the go or in your home.
So let's be clear. So I sit here at home in Barbados, I browse whether it is Walmart, Target, wherever, and I do my shopping. And then I say, deliver these items to somewhere, and then you take it from there. Am I reading you correctly?
Not quite. What we've done, we've mirrored down most of the items that you would find traditionally in your wholesale clubs in the United States, like Sam's Club or Costco Wholesale. Most of these items you would normally find in your traditional barrel that is packed and shipped to the Caribbean, especially in Barbados. So you will go to our website and you will find all the items that you would usually find in your wholesale clubs. What we've done with these items, we've made it easy that you can just click, select, add them to the shopping cart, pay on our website, and then we go and we do the packing for you.
Got you now. So we come to a website, to your website, we pack it for you. And from there, we select what we want to purchase and to put into the barrel, and we have it shipped and packed by you. Correct?
Absolutely.
What's the website?
Absolutely.
What's the website?
The website is www.wepack4u.com. Pretty simple.
Indeed it is. WEPACK4U, and it's right there on your screen. Take a look. It's so easy. And someone is screaming, I just packed a barrel, literally from my phone. And literally from your mobile device, you can do your shopping. And once you go to the website, you select the items that you want and you have it, you pack it, and then you ship it for me. So you do take all the hassle out of that process for us.
Absolutely, Pearson. A lot of the times we don't know the time-consuming tasks that our relatives go through when they're packing a barrel. Sometimes I started this business because sometimes I see my sister want to pack a barrel and I as well and send it back to my loved ones. It can take from 3 weeks to 3 months because you're running around. If We Pack For You, it now simplifies the process. You can pack a barrel in a day. You can pack a barrel in 30 minutes. You can select, click, we pick it, we pack it, we ship it to you. Pretty easy and pretty affordable.
Right, and all the products that we know and we love, we find in this online store, wepackitforyou.com. And what does it cost for the service? Because, you know, people are going to be saying, all right, I like this. So what's it going to cost me to join up and be a part of it?
Well, Pearson, the last time I went back to Barbados, I had the opportunity to go to wholesale clubs. I see as Barbadian consumers how we are being pinched and when we purchase household items. So what I did, I basically went to the wholesale clubs and the actual prices in the wholesale clubs, we just mark it up on average $1, maximum $2 for the bulk items. So let's say, for an example, you pick up a bulk item of tuna that includes 12 cans. If that item costs you $10.99, you can get it for $11.99 on our website.
Understood. So there you go. And that's how you make your money from all of this. But once I've done all of that, obviously I have to give you my details. So ship it to Pearson, Bowen, blah, 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 Barbados, West Indies. I give you those details and I just sit back and wait to receive. So you deal with all the shipping documentation and all of those kinds of things.
We deal with all the shipping documentation, and we understand also that the average Barbadian consumer, typically packing a barrel would cost you about 1,000 Barbados dollars on average. So we understand that not the typical Barbadian consumer is going to have $1,000. So we've also provided options for group packing, where you can pack with minimum 1 or 10 family members. And you can, if you have $100 to spend, we'll give you a unique group packing ID. You spend your $100, you're at 8 or 9 people. They spend $100. We combine everything in one barrel, and we ship it for you also. The packing fee is a standard $35 US. And the ocean freight that you would pay is $99. If you check, if in the United States, ocean freight is about $100 anywhere with any company. So it's per standard.
And do you have varying sizes of barrels as well? Because we have the half barrel, the full barrel. Do you offer those options?
We have the traditional barrel and we have the blue jumbo barrel. Most of our customers prefer the blue jumbo barrel. It's more sturdy. It doesn't leak that easily. So there are two options: the standard barrel, which is about $50, and the jumbo barrel, which is now at $55.
Right. And so you do all of that. You pack it, you ship, you prepare the shipping documents, you do the shipping for us, and then we clear it here, or are you also offering that service where at the port here in Barbados, can you offer that service of having it cleared for us?
Well, we understand this time of the year a lot of people are busy. We give you the option that if you want to clear it yourself, we will let you pick up the documents and clear it. We also provide custom clearance services at the port in Barbados, and those prices you can give us a call or send us an email, and we'll provide those prices for you as well.
All right, but it's a very simple thing. But is it by membership, or can I at any time at my convenience, whenever it is, I just go click and send my documentation to you?
Here's the great thing, Pearson. This gives you the opportunity to shop at some of the premier wholesale clubs in Barbados and the United States, and there are no membership fees. Simply go to our website, click on the upper right-hand corner, register your name, create an account. You put your name, your email address, and easy as 1, 2, 3. You have an account created. You're a member, and it's free.
And it's I love that. We all love that. Those 4-letter words, free. So once we go to wepackforyou.com. You go there and you set up your account, and from there you're now in the system, and you remember me and remember what my likes are. I do my shopping, and then you take it from there and you send it off to me. And since the system retains my information, then next time I log in, it's as simple as just continuing that shopping experience from wepackforyou.com, because you have the services, you have all the products and so forth, and it's from there that we make those purchases, because you have that relationship with these big clubs. Now you see that Quaker Oats thing? I'm going to click that cart. I love Quaker Oats, so yeah, that's one of the items for sure. And so give me a sense of the range of products that you do have online, from those breakfast items to what else?
Pearson, we have breakfast items, we have your traditional canned goods, we have laundry detergent, some of the most modern day laundry detergent, we have beddings for your house, we have curtains, all the things that you would normally want to ship in a barrel. We've put about 300 items on our website. Now, we can't guess what every consumer needs, so this is where we need the help of Barbadians. Go to our website. If there's something that you don't find, send us an email, and within the next 30 minutes, we can have those items uploaded on your website. Wow. And I just want to take the chance to mention that when you pack and you pay, we have a program in place. It's called a rewards program that you get back a 2% cash discount on all the cost of the items that you paid for.
Wow. See? That's why we need to go to the website wepackforyou.com to get to know more, but most of all to take the hassle out of that guilty pleasure of yours and receive those items as soon as possible. So go today, folks, wepackforyou.com, WEPACK 4, the number 4, you.com, and start shopping. Roger Jordan, we want to thank you so much and wish you much success with this. And we hope Barbadians bombard you, but because we love the shopping. So we're looking forward to receiving those items really soon. But thank you so much for joining us. Much success.
Thank you for having me, Pearson.
You're very welcome. You're welcome indeed. All right, we're going to take a break right here. We're coming back with the news in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
On the news at 7, the move to designate November 30th as Barbados National Day, first announced by government on Tuesday, is no longer going ahead as planned, so it will continue to be called Independence Day for now. Minister of Home Affairs, Information and Public Affairs Wilfred Abrams, who is also chairman of the Cabinet Subcommittee on National Events in November, released a statement last night saying it is clear that now is not the time. The minister says the response from Barbadians from all walks of life has been swift and vocal, with an overwhelming majority of people not in favor of the change or its timing. The minister says the Barbados Labour Party government is one that is committed to promoting a sense of patriotism and national pride during the month of November. He said at some point, government must come up with a meaningful way to honor the two major significant achievements in the island's history, but it is also clear that now is not the time. He says as chairman of the Cabinet Subcommittee, he will be taking the matter back to Cabinet today to recommend that the planned name change be paused to allow for inclusive public discourse and consultations with the widest possible cross-section of the public. He says Cabinet's decision will be made public immediately following today's meeting. Well, the business sector is upbeat about the economic activity expected for the Christmas season. President of the Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Anthony Bankers, says the outlook is bright as the unemployment rate continues to decline.
The rate of unemployment has decreased, and therefore it means that more persons are working. And therefore, where we have more persons working and we have more tourists coming to the island, these are the factors that will drive spending in the economy and that will drive growth. So you will see that the government is trying its best to get airlift into Barbados to bring people to the island. They're trying their best to make sure that persons remain employed. Those are critical, factors to ensure that you get growth, because if persons are not employed, they can't spend. And therefore, so far we have seen that unemployment was reduced, and therefore we anticipate that with more persons working and more tourists coming to the island, that spending will be increased, and therefore economic activity will be increased.
Well, the BCCI president also reveals the business community is in preparation mode to meet consumer demand during the Yuletide season. While some are concerned about possible price increases, Mr. Banker says local businesses are trying to hold strain in the face of fluctuating shipping and freighting costs.
The truth is that we have seen, surprisingly, the freight out of China and Asia come down considerably. Checking on freight only last week, we have seen some significant decrease in freight out of that area. However, the freight out of the UK, they have continued to be quite high, as well as out of the Western USA. Anything apart from South Florida, we have seen the cost of moving the containers to South Florida being quite excessive. So we are not yet at a place where we are pre-COVID in terms of our freight costs. But as I said, though, there are encouraging signs coming out of Asia.
State-owned enterprises are expected to undergo significant restructuring under the government's new BERT program. That's according to Leader of Government Business in the Senate, Senator Lisa Cummins. She says while the reform of SOEs was curtailed by the COVID-19 pandemic, it's now firmly back on the agenda.
You have the Urban Development Commission, Rural Development Commission, National Housing Corporation, the Agricultural Management Trust, Agricultural Management Fund. All of these are entities that are in the need of state-owned enterprise reform. And this administration, Mr. President, has identified a dedicated team already functioning within government who have been given responsibility for the reform of each one of these entities. And so we know who these are team members already constituting the government's economic and financial team, and they are responsible, and we have divided up the state-owned enterprises among the team in order to ensure that we are able to go in and to do reform.
Now, Ms. Cummins was speaking as she moved the resolution for the House to take note of and approve the Barbados Economic Recovery and Transformation Plan 2022. BERT 2022 pertains to the new program with the International Monetary Fund following the conclusion of the 2018 Extended Fund Facility in September. Senator Cummins says, like the previous program, government will not be monitoring itself. She announced plans for the creation of a new public-private sector growth council.
The Prime Minister will speak on that, or how it will be constituted, but it is meant to map growth over the medium term to ensure that it is private sector driven and export led, and it will focus on the following planks, Mr. President: incentivizing the private sector and public investment in climate resilient infrastructure and green transitionary tools, incentivizing the private sector and public investment in low and middle income housing, investing in skills development and training, including utilization of online tools like the NTI, which I mentioned earlier, in order to enhance the human capacity development of our population, preserving financial stability and mobilizing domestic services for local investment in order to facilitate investment opportunities for as many Barbadians as possible.
In some news from the region now, in Guyana, the trial of a man accused of killing his ex-girlfriend had to be aborted after it was discovered a witness in the matter was related to one of the jurors. We have a report from HGP TV.
Lurik Fifi, 43, of Westminster, West Bank, Demerara, is accused of murdering 32-year-old mother of two, Rosemary Ruder, on March 31, 2018. Last week, Fifi pleaded not guilty to the capital offense when he appeared before Demerara High Court Judge Simone Morris Ramlal. On Tuesday, when the matter was called, one of the jurors informed the court that he is a relative of one of the prosecution witnesses and as a result might be unable to be impartial. As such, Morris Ramlal aborted the trial, discharged the jury, and further remanded Fifi to prison to await a new trial. Ruder, 32, of Old Road, Echo Bank, Demerara, was found dead after being involved in a heated argument with Fifi. The results of an autopsy stated that she died from compression to the neck, consistent with choking and blunt trauma to the head. The autopsy was performed by government pathologist Dr. Niyal Singh. Police reported that on the day in question, Ruder went to the man's home at Westminster. Upon Ruder's arrival, she was greeted by the man, who was in the company of another female, and as a result an argument ensued, and he grabbed her neck, causing her to lose consciousness. Ruder was then taken to the West Demerara Regional Hospital, where she was pronounced dead on arrival.
That's a look at sports. Pearson, it's back to you.
Thank you, Ryan. We'll take a break right here. We'll be coming back with more on Morning Barbados in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Come on, you family, make some noise. Are you ready?
Q in the Community is on every Thursday in a community near you.
Q in the Community is well and alive.
Come on down and, have a line with all of me. The more mature folk come to dance, to sing.
Keep the bones smooth.
Q in the Community is your place to meet friends, to socialize, and just to be you.
Yes, come on down and take in the karaoke.
Whether you're coming from north, south, east, or west, we have a bus for you.
Q in the Community.
Stay tuned to Q100.7 FM to find out where we will be next, and follow us on Facebook. Enjoy movies, soaps, drama, comedy, inspiration, education, music, and more. You get it all when you get MCTV, because MCTV gives you more.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
All right, 10 minutes now after 7 o'clock. Bajan says what it mean. That's what I'd like to hear from you, as Bajan as we possibly can. I'll share with you a Bajan saying, and your job is to help me interpret what it means for those who may not be familiar with the way we speak as a people. So 228-5562 or 228-5563 are the numbers to call. When I ask you, tell me, what does it mean when Bajans say, hurry, hurry, never done? Hurry, hurry, never done. What does that mean? What it mean? As we would say, what does it mean? 228-5562 or 63. Hurry, hurry, never done. What does that mean? 228-5562 or 228-5563 in this month of nationhood. What does it mean when a Barbadian says, hurry, hurry, never done? Barbadians, what does that mean? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Good morning. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, Pearson. Welcome back.
Gregory, thank you, my brother. How you doing?
Not bad. I'm trying to get back there like you.
Well, you get in there. Don't worry. Take one step at a time.
There, man. I think I'll be good for Christmas.
Amen to that one. See, I declared it so. So, Greg, what does hurry, hurry, never done mean?
Don't care how you hurry, you never. Don't care how you try to hurry to do something, it never done. That's all I could say it means.
That's all you can say? You sure?
Yeah.
Man, Greg, that's not quite it. Not quite what it is. All right, buddy?
Yeah, but I try.
You take care, all right?
All right, you keep the good work up, Pearson. Good to see you back.
Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much indeed, and thank you. So, hurry, hurry, never done. Bajans, tell me, what does it mean? What does it mean? Hurry, hurry, never done. Come on, figure this one out. You have said this many times, I think. And if you've said it many times, then you must understand why you must have said it. So, what does it mean? Or what did your foreparents tell you it meant? 228-5562 or 228-5563. Hurry, hurry, never done. Hurry, hurry, never done. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay.
All right. What's your first name and what parish are you calling from?
Vilma.
Are you coming here, church? Listen, when I see your mother, I'm going to talk to your mother about you. So, Vinny, tell me, hurry, hurry, never done. What does it mean?
When you try to hurry something, it appears like if it's not finishing. So, like, I had an answer in my head just now.
Go on now.
Right.
I'm going to stop you.
Never to hurry, try to hurry it, because it would appear as if you're not finishing at all.
Not quite right.
Okay.
Not quite right. Call your mother and ask her for me, okay?
Okay.
Thank you, Billy. 228-5562, 228-5563. What does hurry, hurry, never done mean? 228-5562 or 63. What does hurry, hurry, never done? Y'all are getting the never done part, I think, a little wrong. So what does it mean? 228-5562 or 63. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning, Pearson. How are you doing?
I'm well today. Thank you for asking. How are you doing?
Okay, I'm pretty okay for the time being.
You're pretty okay for the time being. First name and the parish you're watching from?
Wesley, and I'm from St. George.
Wesley of St. George, Dash Valley, St. George. Wesley, hurry, hurry, never done. What does that mean?
You start something in a hurry, and then you recognize a lot of mistakes still occur.
Uh-huh. That's it?
That's it.
And that's all?
That's correct, yeah.
Come on, Gregory, don't stop. Huh? You're on the right road, you know, Gregory. Dash Valley Road is right. So come tell me some more. Develop a little bit more. So you tell me.
Make a lot of mistakes and you have to correct them.
Now you're talking, Gregory. So sometimes we do things in a hurry and then we have to end up having to redo it again. So hurry, never done, because you're doing it repetitively, trying to fix it every time. Do not do things in a hurry. You may have to redo it all. That's what it means. Gregory, Dash Valley. Thank you so much, sir. All right. So we got one there, right? Good. Finally settled. Can we do another one? Bajan sayings and their meanings. That's what we're doing. So remember, the number is 228-5562 or 228-5563. This one is easy. The dog that bring a bone will care one. Oh dear, will care. The dog that bring a bone will care one. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hope my aunt forgives me for speaking such raw Bajan. The dog that carry a bone will care one. 228-5562 or 228-5563. What does it mean? 228-5562 or 228-5563. The dog that bring a bone will care one. Come, folks. What does that mean? This should be so easy. So easy, Bajans. So if you're a Bajan, tell me, what does this mean? When you use it or when you've heard it, what do you think it meant? Or it means 228-5562 or 228-5563. The dog that carry a bone will care one. That's what I want to hear you interpret for me this morning. To our visitors to our island, I hope you guys are paying close attention, because this is how we speak. And sometimes we use these phrases to mean something. And that's the meaning we'd like you to get when you hear the definition to what we mean when we say, the dog that carry a bone, the dog that bring a bone will care one. 228-5562 or 228-5563. By the way, we thank you for being guests of our island. 228-5562 or 228-5563. Come on, tell me. Tell me, what does it mean when a Bajan says, the dog that bring a bone will care one? What does that mean? I'm waiting on you. 228-5562 or 228-5563. Don't overprocess it, because if you overprocess it, you're going to get it wrong. Good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hey, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for asking. What's your first name and what parish are you watching from?
My name is Allison, and I'm watching from St. Michael.
Allison from St. Michael. Now, Allison, are you good at doing Bajan?
I believe so.
Or when you speak Bajan, people say, well, you sound so wrong. Do they say that to you, Allison?
Not too often.
Let me tell you, not too often, but I get it a lot. When I try to slip into my rank Bajan, you hear my person? You're so right. Don't do that. Yes, that's a problem. But who cares? I'm a Bajan. So the dog that bring a bone will care one. What does that mean?
The person that gives you the news will also carry back the news.
You think so?
Yes.
You really think so?
Because they have people like that, just because somebody's pretending to be your friend and listen to all of your goings on, they could take it to somebody else.
Well, gossip what you do.
Correct.
But you tell me that there are people who are like that. You know that for a fact?
There are people like that.
Allison is answering me. Allison.
No,
why can't you tell me that you don't know? You know some like that?
Not on air. That would have to be off the record.
Fair enough. Allison, you're absolutely right in concept. You're so right indeed. You know, it's the very person who gossips with you about other people may also gossip with them about you. So you're quite right in that score, Allison. Well done. Thank you so much. You're quite the Bajan that you truly are indeed. Woo! I'm having way too much fun. We'll take a break right here. We're coming back in just a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
While you go about your business, we go about our business, and that is gathering the news. Stay up to date at CBC News Barbados on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get news update on radio throughout the day. And join us for the CBC Newsnight at 7 every night. CBC News team is on the job and bringing you the news.
Because you love English Premier League, MCTV has got it back. Now you can watch all the games of the English Premier League plus UEFA and NFL on MCTV. Current customers can upgrade to Matchback Extra at just $23. Call MCTV today at 228-6288 to upgrade or come in and sign up for a new service. Football fans, let MCTV get you back in the game.
When disaster threatens, it is comforting to know there's a team working to deliver credible, comprehensive, and up-to-date information. A team that is committed to serving you. A team that will be there before, during, and after the disaster. That is Team CBC, here for you this hurricane season.
Join us this Friday as Morning Barbados comes live from the North Stars cricket ground in the beautiful parish of St. Lucie. Tune in to TV8 from 6:30 in the morning.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
The clock on the wall says it's 21 minutes after 7 o'clock now as we introduce you to some exceptional young people, one of who the face you know, the other stories you may not. Gabrielle Gay joins us now as one of our exceptional young people. Gabrielle, good morning to you.
Good morning, Pearson. Good morning, Barbados.
Good to see you again. And I mean, for a lot of people, they didn't know that you were one of those very young voices on the call-in programs years ago. I think you were in primary school when you started contributing to national development. What was it then? What was it then that triggered that need in you to contribute, to add your voice to the discussion?
You know, Pearson, I have to say, first of all, once again, good morning. And then thank you. Back then, it wasn't down to brass tacks. It was Thomas on Thursday with Tom Fields. So first of all, massive thank you to Tom Fields for, just paying attention to this little 10-year-old with huge, contributions and mature logical contributions to current affairs. And I have to say, first of all, of course, thanks to God, and then my family, my mother, Margaret Gay, she always would tell me, have a voice, speak up respectfully, speak up with passion and what's in your heart for the right thing. So that is really how it got started. And then I always was a voracious reader. So I would always be clued in, reading in newspapers, reading encyclopedias. Back then the encyclopedias are printed.
Yes.
And, reading books, as in there was no Kindle. So, reading, books every day voraciously. And that is how I got started. That really shaped, the path into what I am today. And I will say also my church, the Adventist Church as well, has a lot of activities where young people get to speak out and get to really represent. So from a young age, having that real incubator on all 360 degrees is what really shaped me to the person that I am today.
But even then and until now, no doubt, people looked to you and thought, she's so different. And how did you feel about that people said that you were so different? And they said it not necessarily in the kind of way that made you feel really good, but thought, who she thinks she is, that she could be so different. How did you feel?
100%. It's my parents and, even, God as well, really instilled that when you have a path that is less traveled, you have to understand that there's going to be a bit of misunderstanding from other persons as well. But truly, unless you have that, then you may not necessarily be walking that path that is less traveled. So I always say to young people who are doing things that are different, if you're breaking boundaries, especially for the positivity of society, then you have to expect that some people at the beginning may not understand, and even sometimes when you're successful at it, they may not understand. But once you are helping individuals, once you have that key support system, once what you're doing is pouring into society in a positive way and perpetually so, then it's okay. Let it roll off your back, water off a duck's back, and just keep pushing.
That cause you to keep pushing in the ways that you have. You've taken on your education quite seriously, and you've taken on law as a consequence, because water is going to roll off my back because I want to effect positive change. And so
absolutely,
you're finding your footing now. Are you settled, do you think, into who Gabrielle is and what Gabrielle wants to give back to this country?
Absolutely. I have been relentless, from the age of 13, started the Gabrielle Gay Award for Excellence in Reading and Literacy Mentorship Program, still the first, largest, most awarded, longest running education program in the history of Barbados and the Caribbean. And, from that young age, I always knew education is what I'm passionate about. Education is the nucleus of society's progress. It is the nucleus of awareness. Everything begins with education. Even things like that shaped the entire world: civil rights movement, Black Lives Matter, women's suffrage. Everything, even religious liberty, everything begins when individuals recognized and they became educated that this particular situation is not correct. This particular situation needs to be changed. And with that education, whether informal or formal, was the basis for the massive and positive change around the world. So in my view, I've settled into that fact. I am 100% sold on the fact that through education and with the Erling Bradshaw Foundation, then we can change the world.
Is a recent acclamation for you, where you're recognized now as a UN AIS ambassador. What does that mean?
Yeah. Wow. So first of all, the AIS forum, for those, who may have just, hearing about it, is the Archipelagic Island States Forum. It's a conglomeration of 47 countries, island states around the entire world. So not just the Caribbean, but also, for example, Indonesia, which has multiple islands, Fiji, there's so many island states around the world. And basically, the United Nations Development Program has given us our own forum, because we're such small islands individually, but when we come together, we can discuss our shared identities, particularly around ocean, sustenance and sustainability, and climate change and climate action. So they ran their first ever AIS Youth Ambassador call, and I am so proud and humbled, honestly, Pearson, to be the first and only Barbadian selected for the first ever cohort of this magnificent forum.
There's so many firsts that you've met over time, and I mean, when you stop to reflect for just a moment on your life till now and all of the firsts that you've encountered, when you look back at all of that, what does Gabrielle see and how does Gabrielle feel?
Honestly, Pearson, people are surprised when I say that I'm still surprised. I still get surprised. I still have the butterflies in my stomach, before you go to open the email, because you don't know if you're accepted or not. And I believe it's honestly because of my humility. Even with all the firsts, I tell people I'm still a Bajan, still a Bajan Caribbean girl, just pushing education forward and pushing the envelope for positivity with young people. So I still get excited, I still get nervous, and I still am absolutely ecstatic when, I receive another first or receive another award or another ambassadorship. And this was actually a dream come true for me. I have always, from literally about 9 or 10 years old, always wanted to work with the UN in an official capacity. And I, as the Bible says, write the vision and make it clear. Other individuals will know it as, manifestation, when you just write down something and you focus on it positively. So I've had this written in my life goals for years. So for it to finally come true and also to break a record and be the first Barbadian to do it, it just blows my mind. So I'm just always happy and just always honored always honored.
What else have you written in your life's goals, your dreams?
Oh, I don't like to speak about them publicly, but I will say that, I do have a concept for next year for one of my programs that hasn't been done as yet, education-wise, and I'm looking forward to instituting that. So people can definitely look out for something new, something fresh yet again. I won't give away the details, but who knows? Good Morning Barbados may be the first place that I premiere it when we get it off the ground. But yes, something new and fresh is coming again, another first next year.
Lovely indeed. What do you do for fun though, Gabrielle? Well, because life has to have balance of some sort. So what does Gabrielle do when Gabrielle is not focused on everybody else's issues? Gabrielle does for Gabrielle that's fun.
Oh, well, I'm definitely been huge on my self-care tip, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. So all of my youth leaders, just anyone in general, this is a great tip for anyone in general. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And I've had to learn this the hard way. So I definitely make time for the gym. For sure. I try to go to the gym at least 3 times a week. I love to paint. I've recently taken up painting. I've also taken up, looking into playing a new instrument. So if you want to see all these awesome things that I'm getting into, you can definitely check out my Instagram. And definitely the Lions Club. So I volunteer with the Christchurch West Lions Club as well. So really just keeping myself busy, and with the Barbados Environmental Conservation Trust as well. So really keeping myself busy with other people's causes that I don't manage, self-care and volunteerism, and the gym is what really, are my outside activities at the moment.
Who would have thought? Lovely indeed. What's the instrument? What's that instrument you're taking up?
The funny thing is that I have my followers on Instagram guessing that right now. So the surprise is going to drop next week. So guys, if you're watching this, yes, think really hard. What instrument do you think that I'll be playing? But I will say, I give a clue. It has strings. That's all I'm going to say.
Right? And if I'm right, would you tell me?
Yes, if you're right, I'll tell you.
Yeah, right. Okay.
So really, if you're right, I'll tell you. Take a big guess.
Let me see. It has strings. And there's so many instruments that have strings. There's the violin, the guitar. There's also the piano.
You have to choose one.
I know. I'm just going through the range so that I could pick one. She can play the cello. It's not going to be the cello. I don't think it's a cello. It's not the cello. It's not the cello.
You only get one guess. So
I know. It's not the cello. It's the piano. It's the piano.
No, I knew you were going to guess that. No, not the piano. It's not the piano. So if you guys want to know what I'm getting up to in my spare time, definitely check me out on Instagram, Gabrielle Key. Right. But yes. So let's get back to the ambassadorship. So we can tell them about it.
So what's the next big thing? Okay, you're working on this ambassadorship. What are you required to do with that?
Okay, so basically what we do with the ambassadorship is that our role is to educate our countries and especially an interface with leaders, because it's not just myself, leaders from across the entire Caribbean, across the entire world, right? So we are working to educate the public on ocean sustainability and ocean awareness, all of the sustainable and climate actions that can be taken. So for example, simple things, Pearson, like upcycling your clothing, shopping at thrift stores, switching out your plastic straws for a metal straw. All these are things that positively affect the environment, particularly in the long term, and also save our oceans, because then a lot of that trash is reduced, which then a lot of it ends up in the oceans. And as you know, we're island states, small island developing states, so our ocean is a key part of our tourism strategy, and it's also a key part of just our health. If we have all of this trash and debris in the water, then it negatively impacts our health as citizens as well. So our role then is to create education and awareness. And part of that, I'm so happy to be here in Morning Barbados because I get to then, explain what the EIS is. I also get to, just give those tips and tricks like I did just now, so individuals are involved in climate action in their own small ways every single day.
Well, that's clearly a process that we have to continue at some point, but we have to leave it right there. Gabrielle Gay, thank you so much again for engaging with us in the ways that you make it seem so effortless. And I love that. I love that. I mean, we've known each other now for decades.
Over decades. Yes, Pearson. So thank you as well for always being a part of my journey. Definitely check out the Erling Bradshaw Foundation at www.erlingbradshawfoundation.com and the AIS Forum at www.aisforum.com.
All right. Always good to see you again. Looking forward to seeing you again really soon. Thank you, Gabrielle. All the best.
Thank you so much. Good
You're
morning,
welcome.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
She's one of our exceptional young people. Glad to hear. Now you know that there's much more to her than just the beauty and the brains. There's other things that she's getting involved with as well. So we'll tell you a whole lot more about some other exciting young people in just a moment. Stay with us. Join us this Friday as Morning Barbados comes live from the North Stars Cricket Ground in the beautiful parish of St. Lucie. Tune in to TV8 from 6:30 in the morning to be a part of the fun as we continue to take Morning Barbados on the road, coming to a parish near you. Brought to you with the compliments of Great Healthworks, agents for Omega XL and Probiotics.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Morning Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morningbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Morning Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morningbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Gimme Peace Pandemic is back. The finals are on this Saturday, and I'm not going to tell the story. Corey Marshall, who is the project coordinator from the Division of Youth, is back with me this morning, along with two other of the finalists, Joshua Moore and Don Leacock. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, good morning, Pearson.
All right, so Corey, again, I'm going to start with you. For those who may have missed yesterday, let's remind them of Gimme Peace Pandemic, when the finals are, and what we can expect.
Okay, thanks you. Give Me Peace on the Mic is an anti-violence chanting competition born out of the anti-violence campaign that was launched back in July 2021. Now, before I give a background, I want to piggyback on something that one of the contestants mentioned yesterday morning, because Give Me Peace on the Mic is the actual platform for youth to make recommendations to policy setters and also challenge policy setters as it relates to issues that directly affect them. So yesterday, Mr. Samuel Thompson, one of our finalists for the competition, part of his lyrics was, Division of Youth, we need you to go into the community, take a look around and tell me what you see. So Samuel, I just want to mention this morning very briefly that we do go into the community. We have 32 youth commissioners who are deployed in the various communities across Barbados. And we see that violence is a problem that's continuing to plague the community here in Barbados. We have programs in place to counteract that. We have certified programs at SJPI, Barbados Community College and Barbados Vocational Training Board, where we provide technical and vocational training for young persons. We have sports and cultural programs as well. We realize that unemployment is one of the key risk factors as it relates to crime and other deviant behaviors here in Barbados as well. And through our partnership with the Princess Trust International, we have employability programs, the Get Hired and the Get Into program. You can see all these wonderful programs on our page, Div Youth 246. We also have the Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme for the budding entrepreneurs out there. We realized that lack of identity and soft skills was also a problem here in Barbados. And very soon we'll be launching a mentorship program for young persons, both mentors and mentees. And we'll also be having a Moving On initiative, which is a transitionary program for young persons leaving primary school and going on to secondary school, where we give you the soft skills to cope when you go into secondary school. And then the program like Give Me Peace on the Mic, we realize that youth need a platform to air their views on issues that directly affect them. We are bringing creative avenues. We're looking at the arts and other areas like that for young persons to express themselves. So we have Give Me Peace on the Mic. Barbados can look out very soon for a short film that will focus on anti-violence as well, and also provides a platform for young persons to share their recommendations through the theater arts. So we know that hurry never done, so I can't share all of the wonderful initiatives that we have at this point, and I know Barbados really wants to hear from the young persons involved in the Give Me Peace on the Mic show. The finals again will be live at CBC on the 5th of November. That is this Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m. I want to encourage Barbados to tune in and hear the creative work of the young persons of Barbados. We have some very attractive prices again. Let me just mention that. First place is the S22 Samsung S22 Plus and $1,000 cash. Second place, a S21 and $750 cash. And third place is a Samsung A72 and $500 cash. We also have a very attractive viewers prize. Stay tuned to our Div Youth 246 to learn more about how you can win that Samsung A03s cell phone as well. So it would break here because hurry never done, and I want Barbados to hear from the young persons.
You love that phrase, don't you, Corey? I like it too. Hurry, never done. All right. One of the finalists in this Saturday's final is Joshua Moore. Joshua, good morning to you, first of all. And you obviously have a feel about an opinion on the anti-violence efforts by the Division of Youth. Talk to me a little bit about your decision to enter the competition. Peace on the mic. Josh?
Good morning. Hi. For me, I honestly say it is a good cause. Violence is on the rise, especially gun violence, and it's important that we really speak up and say what's on our mind, because I believe that as youth, we have a lot of potential in effecting change. So it's just really about voicing our opinions and just being part of the conversation and being part of the solution too, as much as possible.
All right, so I want to share with everybody so that they get familiar with what you have entered with, and so we get ready for your performance on Saturday. So folks, let's take a look at what Joshua has entered the competition with, and then we will come back and talk some more. Take a look.
Give me peace on the mic. Murder is one way to die, but a lot of youth take them on life. Money run, we struggle for survive, but we never stress about suicide. Division of youth, we need more than a lending ear. Reform till we social care. For all this violence among youth to stop, we need to start from the bottom to the top. Murder is one way to die, but a lot of youth take them on life. Money run, we struggle for survive, but we never stress about suicide. We need to talk to every youth we meet. Show them love with every greet. Communicate, counter the hate. No time to discriminate. Murder is one way to die, but a lot of youth take them on life. Money run, we struggle for survive, but we never stress about suicide.
All right. So Josh, is this the first time you've ever done something like this?
Yes, please. First
Awesome.
time entering.
Wow. I hope that you're going to do very, very well on Saturday as well. So best of luck to you. Now, Dawn, you two have decided to
Yes,
enter
good
this
morning.
competition.
How are you
Good
doing?
morning, indeed. Talk to me a little bit about your view of the anti-violence campaign, and then I will share with folks what you're entering with. Talk to me. What's your view?
Yeah, I definitely think that the Division of Youth Affairs did a great job in setting up this competition. I think that there needs to be a lot more outlets for youth around Barbados to display how they really feel about the situation in crime in Barbados. In terms of crime in Barbados, I really think that it comes from a lack of social mobility. Obviously, all the young people want to get ahead as quick as humanly possible, and they don't really see the outlets there. So they have to resort to crime to get instant gratification. So I think with a lot of the things that Corey said, along with some more scholarships, business grants, and opportunities, it can really help to deter the crime and violence in Barbados.
Is this the first time you've entered such a competition as well, or expressed yourself in this kind of way?
Yeah, I'm very much expressing myself all the time on my different social media, but I've never sang before. So to be able to reach the finals of this competition one time is really a blessing.
All right, so let's take a look at what Don Leacock has put out there to be a part of the competition.
Give me peace, pen and mic. We write our names on history's page, smote the evil out with sage. To uphold and defend BIM's honor on the world stage, we seek salvation for the youth until we reach the grave. I say burn out all the gun and burn out all the violence. Must find a way to get the youth up on a higher med. Stay firm and strong, my youth that witness violence. Our quest for better days ahead must remain tireless. Vision of youth, we need peace in the end. Conflict in this country, I just cannot comprehend. The road the youth are trod, they can never trod again. I just trying to do right by my family and friend. For this violence among youth to end, we need to show the kids a better way. So we pray the Father guide and protect them, so they never ever stray. Your humble servant, Dawn.
There you go, Dawn, that's your entry in. The change now rests with both of you guys, indeed. And we can't wait to see your performance on Saturday. Best of luck to both of you as you go into the final on Saturday. So we're going to take a break here. We'll swap both of you. Corey, you stick around. We'll bring two more of the finalists in. Sure. And Mornin Barbados, stick around because we'll share with you even more of the finalists in this weekend's finals of Peace on the Mic. Stay with us.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up.
Morning Barbados will be coming to your parish live every Friday until November. Stay tuned from 6:30.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
All right, 12 to the hour. As we told you, we'll swap in now. Two more of the finalists have joined now Corey Marshall. The finalists joining him is Brianna Bartlett and Joshua Oxley. To each of you, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Brianna, you are the only girl in this final. How does that feel? How does that feel?
It makes me feel good because I can represent all the girls.
You represented the ladies. So there's a lot of expectation that they're going to be sitting at home thinking, Brianna, girl, you got to bring it home for us. What caused you to want to enter the competition?
I like singing and writing songs, so I use it as an opportunity to write a positive song for everybody to hear about violence and the after effects of it.
What do you think of violence and the after effects?
I think for a small island, the crime rate in Barbados is too high. Because we're a small island, we should be living together.
So living together is your part of your solution. What other solutions do you think can be put to the table to arrest what you consider to be this bad crime problem?
And it's sad that some children, they don't have parents because of violence.
Indeed, truly sad. So you've done your piece now. You're going to be chanting on the mic. Is it spoken word or is it singing? What is it going to be?
Singing.
You're looking forward to Saturday's finals?
Yes, please.
You think you will win?
Yes, please.
So that money coming to you, right, Brianna? So let's take a look at your entry in, and then we'll come back and talk some more. Let's take a look at Brianna Bartlett's entry into Peace on the Mic, the finals on Saturday.
Give me Peace on the Mic.
Violence, violence all the time. Bring more peace, bring less crime. Violence, violence all the time. But we want more peace and we want less crime. Start the violence. I want me to set an example. Give the young ones guidance. Everywhere is a riot and I can't keep quiet. Division or being a change must be made with gun violence. A lot of lives fade. No many kids in big drama. They can mess up them head and cause them trauma. Violence, violence. Almost every day got the low kids can't even go to the plate. Violence, violence all the time. Then some game thing is right to the crime. No respect for morals or life. If it is a long call, don't pull out a knife. Out to you, really understand. For the bullets we can stop, we need to make a stand. Put down the gun, put a butt in your hand. Understand? We for the same country. We should find love, peace, and unity. It really disgusts me, man. Every day there's a shit up on Instagram and violence really ruins it all. It causes the youth to have a terrible fall. Violence, violence all the time. Bring more peace, bring less crime. Violence, violence all the time. We want more peace and we want less crime. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Stop the violence. Please stop the violence.
All right. Brianna. Did you write that? And who did the music?
Yes, please. I wrote it myself.
And the music too?
No, please.
Who helped you with the music? Whose rhythm are you chanting on?
I chanted on an island beat, island beat.
Okay, girl, you had us to hear moving just now. That's the truth. So we're looking forward to you in the finals. They're telling me the production crew, if I had seen Josh, but he was also partying to your music as well. Joshua, good morning to you.
Hi, good morning.
Listen, I know that you know it's a final, but you were so caught up just on Brianna's rhythm. Talk to me a little bit about your decision to enter the competition as well.
Well, it's my second year in the Gimme Peace on the Mic competition, and I was really excited when I heard it was coming back. So I just had to grab the opportunity quickly, and now I'm here.
What did you learn out of last year's competition that you think you can do better this time around?
I needed to prepare and get myself together because I think that I could have probably won last year if I didn't play the fool.
Well, you didn't play the fool in the pick of the crop at the Junior Monarch, so you know you have had a good year, Josh. This is Josh Ox, by the way. And so because you've had a whole year of performance, Josh, Saturday has to be on point. So let's talk a little bit about this song that did you write this one, your entry into the final?
Oh, yes, I did. I plan on writing all of my songs as well.
Oh, really? So talk to me about this. How is it that you came about to be such a songwriter, Josh?
It all started in 2019 when COVID hit. And from there, it was just a passion because the fact that I get to express myself in a way and let people really feel my message and I get to express myself on a beat, It's just nice.
I can't wait to hear your message on this anti-violence campaign. So let's take a look, folks, at what Josh Ox has brought into the finals.
Josh Ox, things about to get hype, cause I want a little peace funny mind. Yeah. Don't give me peace funny mind. Things nowadays just getting too high. Give me peace, funny mic, go innocent people just losing their lives. Gone shots for your ring in broad daylight or on a bad day in the middle of the night. The vision of youth, we need a plan. The youth traumatized, I don't think these people understand. We can't do it by yourself, we need a hand. Teach them helpful skills of various programs like farming, mechanics, or arts. Don't matter where you're at least you're making a start. Give me peace, funny mic. I just want a little peace, funny mic, for this violence among the youth to stop. We need opportunities for learning and take away the L's. It's time to start earning. Cause let me tell you, poverty is a burden. Yeah, yeah. Give me peace, funny mic. I just want a little peace, funny mic.
Josh, you're going to get your piece by the bike Saturday, boy. Well done indeed. And somebody tells me Brianna was also partying to yours also. Don't panic. You party to her, she parties to yours. This is good. But Corey, this is what we're excited about. The young people being their best creative self and in support of each other on one common cause, the good of our community.
For sure. We all about peer education, and that's why glad that you did the segment this morning about Bajan Saints, because at the end of the day, anyone who brings a bone would take a bone as well. So we want to encourage the young persons who are bringing a positive message here this morning to also take this message away when they are in different settings with their peers and share this message. We really need to spread the anti-violence message. So don't just share it with us on our platform. Share it in your personal settings as well. Share it with your peers. We're all about peer education at the Ministry of Youth. So we are happy that the young persons are supporting each other, and we will continue to promote peer education. I just want to take this opportunity before we sign out to remind persons where they can go to view the show. We will be live on CBC TV Channel 8. We will also be live on CBC's YouTube page and our YouTube page as well, Division of Youth Affairs on YouTube. And we also have a Zoom room set up similar to the Stand Home Party, so look out for that. And we'll be giving away some very attractive prizes in the Zoom room. That's all I can share for now, but check out DivYouth246 on Instagram to find out how you can win these attractive prizes.
I'm telling you, it's going to be exciting. It's on this Saturday at 4 o'clock. You can watch it here. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it in the Zoom room. There are prizes to be won. There's some fantastic prizes for the winners as well, first, second, and third. And then there's an audience prize as well. But Corey says he's going to keep that bit a secret for just now, how you can win that one. But we want to encourage as many of you as possible to don't forget, support our young people this Saturday as Peace Pandemic Edition 2. The finals are on Saturday from 4 in the afternoon. To each of you, I say thank you. Thank you, Corey. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Brianna, as well. And best of luck to the finalists in the Peace Pandemic competition. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Have a great day. All right. We'll take a break here. We're coming back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up.
Morning Barbados will be coming to your parish live every Friday until November. Stay tuned from 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. to see which parish we're in. Join us for it all.
Good morning, morning Barbados, good morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up, morning to you.
Come on, you family, make some noise. Are you ready?
Q in the Community is on every Thursday in a community near you.
Q in the Community is well and alive.
Come on down and, have a line with all of me. The more mature folk come to dance, to sing.
Keep the bones smooth.
Q in the Community is your place to meet friends, to socialize, and just to be you.
Yes, come on down and take in the karaoke.
Whether you're coming from north, south, east, or west, we have a bus for you.
Q in the Community.
Stay tuned to Q100.7 FM to find out where we will be next, and follow us on Facebook. Enjoy movies, soaps, drama, comedy, inspiration, education, music, and more. You get it all when you get MCTV, because MCTV gives you more.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Well, schools are on midterm break today and tomorrow. We hope many of you young people got a chance to stay up with us this morning or got up with us this morning, and perhaps you might want to give consideration to being a CARICOM Youth Ambassador. The deadline for those of you who want to be able to avail yourselves of it is today. Is it today? It's tomorrow the 4th. You can be a CARICOM Youth Ambassador. So look at the information right there on your screen. We'll also post this on our social media pages. So you can be a CARICOM Youth Ambassador, just like those faces you see on the screen at the moment, like Java and Megan. And your deadline is tomorrow to put yourself forward. So best of luck to each of you. Also, today is Q Day. We are going to St. Lucie today. We're going to St. Lucie today to be a part of Q in the community at Sharad's Bar and Grill, Bentham's, St. Lucie. Start from 11 o'clock this morning, and we want to encourage you. We want to encourage as many of you as possible to join us at Q in the community. They're asking me to speak like someone from St. Lucie. I am doing so. I speak like someone from St. Lucie. So for those of you who think there is a different sound, perish the thought. We speak like this. We speak like anyone else. So here you go. Don't forget, tomorrow morning we're coming to you live from North Stars Cricket Ground as well. So looking forward to seeing as many of you as possible bright and early tomorrow morning. That's it for today. Thanks to my producer Alicia Asgrant, technical director Ruel Ford, sound engineer Michael Soberset at Master Control, the troublesome Tamisha Green, and Pearson Boyne. For all of them, to each of you, we say thank you. See you tomorrow.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Good morning, Barbados. Good